I mean, we're gonna switch it to the overhead momentarily, fairly soon, rather. But hello, everyone! Welcome to another week of Meeple Masterclass. If we want to keep using the name we've been using, I am Bree.
I'm John.
I'm Mark.
Today we have a fun game for you. It's called Encounters Shattered Waste, and if you look behind it, I have two upside down copies of it because I didn't mean to put them upside down. Because look at the artwork has them. You can put them either way, but those two copies are gonna be for you guys because we are giving them away during this stream. So whenever it gets closer to that time, I'll make sure that we are good to go ahead and do it. If you saw us get online earlier at around 2:30, that was my fault. I jumped the gun an almost hour ahead of time and realized that it was 2:30 and not 3:30. So apologies, but yeah, welcome back if you did that. So yeah, we're gonna give out these two copies of this game. This game is it's really cool looking. It's a game that's based off of JRPG like boss battle-y style art style. And so there's like lanes of attack, and we have to defend it and stuff like that. It is completely cooperative, and a normal game is just against one boss.
You didn't tell me that. It was cooperative.
Yeah, 100% cooperative. Sorry, we gotta do cooperative now. So
it's fine.
It is cooperative, and we're gonna be fighting this boss together. Yes, and then they have a. I left it on my desk, but they have a legacy mode where you can fight all of them. And I wish I didn't leave it on my desk because it's got a name that goes along with it.
Journey mode.
Journey mode. Thank you. It's a journey mode. I've read through these rules, and some of them were kind of went over my head, honestly, a little bit. But John has also went through these rules and read them more than I did. So I'm going to rely on him to like correct me as I go through some of the playthrough stuff. Or just do it himself if he really wants to. 'Cause I'm fine with that. But let's go ahead and switch over to the thing so you guys can see the... And don't forget to do the picture-in-picture. Yes. So yeah, the board in the middle is actually two-sided, so you can kind of choose your aesthetic because they're identical otherwise, but I chose this one that has this cool little background like this. The bosses and the player characters are all standees, but for the purpose of the camera, I decided just to lay them down. But yeah, here's the boss we're going to be choosing to fight. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bosses in the game, and they have difficulties on the top. Just throw that up there. At the very top, it has a little line on difficulty, so I have them in order of how you're supposed to fight them in the journey mode. But we decided to start with the one that we're supposed to start with, the Guardian, who is difficulty level 1, and we'll see how hard he is. Hopefully it's not like me and Mark's playthrough of Maladum. That was a bit rough. You are the Ronin. Here you go. Here is the Ronin. Here is your alternate ego later.
Yeah.
And then you get to pick a place to start, which I don't think it's going to matter too much right now. Come on in.
You want me to lock the warehouse?
You parked around back, right?
I moved.
Yep, so yeah, go ahead and do it. Yep. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yep, you too. So yeah, I don't think it matters too much right now. This is going to be how much threat you gain if you kill this attack. Threat's going to make it harder for you to hit him, and if you get to 12, it's bad.
Yeah. And actually, my first move was going to be to move to that spot and remove that card.
Oh,
probably, but
We'll
so
figure it out.
I was
it'll
even
work.
looking.
It'll
at
work.
that, so it'd be
It's
better
fine.
to like be like theirs.
Sure, let's do that.
probably.
Okay.
Why not? So
Depends on how he deals things out. But, then
Do
the
these
rest
go
of your
back to the
cards go
bottom
back
of
to the bottom of their decks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the game is going to be played over many rounds. Every round has 3 phases: the refresh, the action, and the defend phase. During the refresh phase, we'll do some clerical work. Go on to the action phase, where we're all going to be doing our actions to try to clear these cards out so we don't get hit by them. And then we go to the defend phase, where he's going to be doing all the big bossy stuff. There's going to be some downsides to clearing them out too well, though, because essentially every boss is going to come with a target threat level. And if the lane has that many or more threat levels, you can see this one has 4 levels because of this number right here. I don't know how easy it is to see that tiny little symbol on the screen, but it's got 4 threat levels on the right side of the card. Once he gets to 9, he's going to reveal a card, and that's going to hit everybody on the board. We want to try to keep him below 9. But if something is empty, there's nothing there, and a character is present in that lane, he's instead going to do a rage attack on that character. And these supposedly, I did my best not to spoil anything for myself. Supposedly hits pretty hard. On top of that, there are two different types of these strength cards, which is what they're called for the bad guy. One is a melee and one is a ranged attack here. So if you're together with somebody in a row, the melee ones are only going to hit the front target, and the ranged ones are only going to hit the back target. If you're by yourself, you just get hit no matter what. But ranged attacks always hit both targets. So if this is empty and we're sitting like this ranged attacks can hit both people. So not exactly the coolest thing. So during refresh phase, again, we go through and take care of some clerical work. We will be adding cards during that phase 2 here based on some of the dice rolls and stuff that we'll get. I'll go over that later. Action phase, we have what we could do on our action cards right here. We each get to do 2 actions, including move, basic attack, recover. We can activate one of our abilities, and we can voluntarily shatter. So cool part about this game is everybody's got an alter ego. And they'll shatter and get a different set of abilities immediately. And then the defense phase is whenever he's going to be flipping his cards and doing damage back to us. So yeah, let's go to how we built these decks and like set up a little bit so that you kind of get an idea how to play the game. So we decided to pick the Guardian, this big baddie right here. On his card, he's got his difficulty level at the top. He's got a front and back to this because he's also got a shattered side that we're going to have to fight later. It's actually called the injured side. You know how in games the boss starts blinking red. He'll start blinking red, and we actually have a different standee for him when he starts doing that. Keep going down. This is the refresh phase die roll. So every turn, each of us will have to roll that many number of die and refresh these things based on the die roll. 6s are dodge. So 6s we don't have to do anything. This is the threat level. So this is whenever that's the target number. He's trying to reach threat on each of the lanes areas to flip a card. He's got some stats or some text in the middle based on the guy on different abilities. His ability is actually a good thing for us, unlike most of the other ones, and that is whenever we're reduced to 0 hit points against his first half, we don't actually die. We're gonna go back to 1 hit point. And I think it's kind of eases you into the game a little bit so that we can not worry about it. But whenever we flip him to the other side, he's gonna get a lot meaner. And then he's gonna has the bottom here, and that's how we build his stamina deck in the beginning. So we're going to add, he has a 1 and 1 here, so we're going to add 1 melee and 1 range card per player in the game. So this deck has 6 cards in it. Okay. Whenever this deck is empty, we're going to flip this card to this staggered side, and now we're dealing damage to him. At the end of the turn, and whenever he starts putting more stuff back in his stamina pool, we'll flip it back. So anytime we take care of one of these cards, it is going to go to the fatigue. If he's staggered, it's going to go to the wounds instead. He doesn't recover his wounds. Whenever every card is in the wounds, he's going to flip to the other side and heal up to full. And then keep going. The other side's meaner. The bottom of the other side has some modifications to the stamina deck that might happen. I just took a little sneak peek here and seen that his backside has the 0 and 0, so we actually do not change the stamina deck in the first boss. And that's going to be kind of how this guy works, is we want to go ahead and clear these things out. The number of threat doesn't matter whenever we're attacking, but the big thing about it is that's how much threat we're going to gain whenever we do attack it. So attacking the bigger threat's going to be good because it gets a bigger threat card out of the way, but it also will raise our personal threat, which means it's going to be harder for us to hit in the future. And that's essentially how he's going to act and do stuff. Whenever it's his turn on the defense action, I'll skip the actions right now. We'll just get into the game. Again, everything that's 9 or more is going to flip first, starting at the top, going down, and it's going to hit everybody. That card's going to hit everybody. Then in each row that has one of us, we're going to flip the top card of the stack. If it's empty, we instead pull a rage card. And yeah, and then do that. Is Last Grasp only on the other side, or is it both sides?
Yeah, last gasp is when you kill the injured side.
Okay, so the last thing that will happen is at the very end of the game, whenever we finally kill him, he's gonna have a last. Is it gasp? I thought it was grasp.
Last gasp.
Last back. Yeah, that makes more sense.
The death rattle.
The death rattle, where he will attack us all with one rage attack, and if that kills all of us, actually, has to kill all of us, we lose the game instead.
Okay.
But hopefully by that point we're good. In fact, if we're actually one of us is not shattered by that point, we win, because if we go down to 0 points, we'll not shatter. We will shatter instead. So as long as we're not shattered and redeemed, we're good.
Yep.
All right. We have these 2 tokens that represent whenever we do become redeemed. So right now we all have this token on our character, so you can put that one on your character. Whenever we shatter, we'll flip it. And then whenever we get redeemed, we'll replace it with this one.
So that's to indicate whether or not you've gone in this round, because it's
right.
It's freeform turn order.
So this is us for right now. Whenever you take your turn, you can flip it, and then after you shatter and then come back, you will replace it with the other one to remind you that you can't shatter again.
Yeah.
Otherwise you lose. I'm just never gonna get redeemed. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. See. He's here to start us off. So then the next step is picking a character, and we have a stack of 8 characters as well here. Here's the remaining 5 we're not using. We're not using the Slayer, the Seer, the Aeromancer, the Arithmagician, and the Monk. All of them have a corrupted side on the back, the shattered side. I am playing the Siren right up here. She's cool. She's got a gun. I like her.
Yep. I am the Lancer.
I'm the Ronin.
Oh. Let's make you face the right direction.
Oh, okay. Oh, since we actually have a specific piece for when we do the...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. On your character, you have hit points and stuff like that. You set your red to your hit point dial, your blue to your mana point, and you set your starting threat to 0. You also have a dice. That's how many dice you roll when you attack. You have a damage. That's how much damage you do whenever you attack. You have 2. That's nice.
Yeah.
And then you have a crit. So technically, the higher the crit number, the better. I think. But if you roll exactly that number on your total dice, you will crit instead. So I say the higher the better, because if I need a 1+ to hit, that 1 crit's not actually doing anything for me. But if I need a 6+, my brain, I think it's actually as smaller as better, technically, because it increases the range, your hit range. I think it's smaller better. Yeah. All right. Then everybody's got a special power. I have Black Powder Ballad, so I'm a bard with a pistol. And then at the very bottom we have a deck set, and it has 8 cards, and we draw those cards from our special abilities over here. There's a special one on top that no one gets to draw from yet. That's our shattered side. So we draw all those cards, and we get to pick 3 of them to start and play with us, and they give us some cool abilities. So I picked Flash Beam, Lightning Bloom as 2 magic cards, and I picked Rallying Prayer as a defense card. And then he's got 3.
I have 3 defense cards. I have Respite, Repent, and Strategic Mastery.
I have 2 attack cards. Riposte and Smiting Impale.
Sounds like a good one.
Yep. And then a Threshold Breaker item.
Ooh, I didn't see a reaction card yet.
Yep.
When your hit points are reduced from a thing or a rage card, perform a basic attack targeting your current area. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yep. And that's just always. So most of them are going to be active, which is going to be used as one of your 2 actions in your turn. But you could get reactions that can be used in the criteria is met.
It's like none of us drafted passives. There are some passive cards that are just always on.
When damage is dealt free.
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and just hop into it so we get some stuff. Get some things going. Do you think I missed anything important to talk about before we start playing?
The action phase, but we can do that.
Yeah, I was going to say the action phase is going to be. I think it's going to be a us do it kind of thing. So there are some. This is for added difficulty. There are location cards that will, put some variance in the game. For instance, at the start of the action phase, each non-shattered hero gains a threat. Ooh. And each shattered hero is going to gain a corruption or reduce a hit point by 1. So yeah, they get some fun little locations here. We're not gonna start with any of these. It's gonna be for later. And then it has this deck right here, and this is deck is gonna be mainly for the journey play, where you're playing through all 8 bosses. The bosses are gonna get more powerful as you move on through the game, but you're gonna get some access to some new cool abilities and stuff. Include like this guy right here, the Karakinos Curus. Looks really cool. Got a cool name. During the defend phase, when you reduce your hit points, you reduce your threat by the same amount. When you are targeted by a rage card, flip this face down. Oh, okay, so you can't be. This is going to be active until you get targeted by the rage card in the first time each game you play.
Nifty.
Awesome. All right, so let's get going. Let's start with that. I have the rule book has the phases on the back. Are probably useful to keep reminding us how to get through it.
So the refresh. So first, if there were any areas that had no cards but a character, we would add a strength card to each of those.
Yeah.
So we skip 2. We each roll a die.
Free.
And add a strength card to that numbered area. So get 2 cards on row 4 and 1 card on row 5.
Okay, so this is up to 9. Oh, it's 8. Never mind, we're good.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're on to the action phase already. That's how easy the refresh phase is.
Nice. Okay. So we take turns. We can choose our turn order every round, which is why I didn't start with, didn't worry about the start player. Again, we have move. You can move to 3 adjacent three spaces. This counts as a move, going from front to back. Hint, guys, I'm gonna be in the back row the whole time. I got a really cool ability that needs to be in the back row.
Can we move diagonally or no?
No, you can. You takes 2 movements to move diagonally. So yeah.
Okay.
So technically, but not technically.
Well, I think my character can be up front the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
So yes.
We cannot share spaces though. Is that correct? I didn't remember seeing that. So like,
not share.
I don't think you can actually make it up here right now. Can you move through?
Yeah, you can move into you can move into someone's space if you then immediately move out.
Okay. You can do a basic attack. The basic attack is listed on your character. Yours is 1 dice for 2 damage with a crit range of 1. There you go. You can recover. Whenever you recover, you choose a dice and you roll a dice and choose to reduce your threat by this number, gain MP by that number, or remove 1 what is it called? Status afflictions. If you roll your crit number during that, you instead reduce your threat to 0, gain up to maximum MP, or remove all your things. So you're looking for a 1 whenever you roll your recover, which is why 1's a good one again. So 1.
Whereas I crit on a 5, which is
already a good number anyway.
Which would already be most of those things, unless I have a ton of afflictions.
Yep. So. Use active abilities, so you can use any of your active ability by reducing your MP by the amount in the top left. And then anytime you want to, you can voluntarily shatter and flip your character to go to the other side. We'll get to shattering when we want to do it, but in all likelihood, you only want to do that whenever either you're very low on health or you just get down to 0, because shattering's... If you get down to 0 and you have not shattered this game, you can shatter for free. Actually, you do still have to spend an action to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So one of the tricky things is when you go down to 0 HP, you don't die until the end of your following turn. So on that turn, you're like, I will use one of my 2 actions to shatter.
Yes.
And that heals you to full, which is very useful.
Yep, it does. It does.
Okay.
In other words, it takes you a while to fall down.
Yeah. Just a second.
That's our last gasp ability.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's not called that though.
Yeah. Well, him piling up all those cards in front of the 4th rat, kind of put the damper on what my initial plan had been. So if someone else wants to go first and maybe get rid of that 1, I'd be down.
Oh. So it would be helpful for that one to disappear.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that. So one of my actions would have to be to move, because I don't think I can attack diagonally either.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless you have something specifically says it.
I don't think so. Okay.
What does your say? Your basic attack misses, perform a recovery action. Oh,
Yep.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. So first action, I'll move.
Mm-hmm.
Second action, so I'm attacking. I roll 1 die.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you did it because your target number is 0.
Yep. So you hit and remove the top 2 threat, or top 2 strength cards. You gain a total of 4 threat. Because that was the cards you damaged.
Oh, okay.
Those go to fatigue. And that was your 2 actions. And then you get to pick whether Bree or I goes next.
I mean, we'll just decide together
Yeah.
because we're on the same
that-
team. I'll go next.
Sure.
I am actually pretty good at. I'm gonna move down here and because that's bad. I'm gonna move down here and take out this thing.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be pretty good at hitting things with high threat because my flash beam. If I roll 7 or below on 2 dice, I hit no matter what. And then if I roll higher than 7, then that's just a big number.
Yeah.
So, because the crit, all it means is it doesn't do anything extra. It just means you hit.
So it's an automatic hit, and if he's guarded, the damage cards go to wounds instead of fatigue.
Perfect. That's what I missed. So we're gonna go ahead and roll a dice down here. I'm just doing an attack. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go here. When you attack, you may target an adjacent area. If you do, gain MP equal to the lowest die value. It doesn't really matter. I'm still just gonna go there though.
Yeah.
Because no one has missed any MP yet. I can heal other people's MP with my special power. All right, here we go. I did it. I got rid of this thing, and I'm going to get 3 threat. And I did not crit because my crit is a 3.
Okay. All right. So the Lancer is special. When he moves, he can choose to move to any frontline space, and after he completes a move, he gets a basic attack for free. So I'm going to be jumping all over the place and stabbing all of the things. So first I will jump up here, and I hit. And I remove this, and my other passive is my free basic attacks don't generate threat. So I'll move down there and do it again. I hit on a 1. It's great. Unfortunately, that means I'm eating a rage card, but
Hey, that's fine.
it's fine. I have 12 HP and no threat. I
Great.
can survive.
So now we're all done. We'll go to the defense phase. So anything that has a 9, we do that first, and then we're just gonna go top to bottom. This is gonna hit Mark and not me because I'm hiding behind him. So we flip this and it hits Mark, correct?
Yep.
Good.
And then it goes to fatigue.
All right. So you're gonna take 1 damage.
Okay.
And then those are corruptions that won't matter until he's shattered, right?
Correct.
Okay. So these symbol right here, whenever he's shattered, to give him some corruption. If you ever get to 12 corruption while you're shattered, you will die. You just lose. So you want to be shattered, but not too shattered. Yeah, the game. I think the game looks really cool. But go ahead. Welcome to chat. Fairly soon here, I'll get everybody to sound off if they're interested in just possibly getting a free copy of this. When we had Nikki helping us, she helped us with what was that?
All the giveaways.
Yeah, she helped us all to give a little. What was that program called though? I forgot what it's called. I need to look into that again. But I'm basically be doing this pretty old fashioned where I probably just like shuffle a deck and see who roll some dice. We have some dice. We'll roll some dice to see who gets it. That'd be kind of fun to do on camera too.
Yep.
All right, and then we're gonna go down here, and Mr. John's gonna go ahead and eat a rage attack. Now there are 5 cards in this rage deck, and one thing it does hint is that whenever we do a card, it's gonna go to the bottom of the deck. So keeping
And the
track
deck never gets shuffled.
Yeah, so this is the
once we've
boss's.
seen the whole deck.
This
we
is
will know what
this
order
is the
it's in.
boss's attack pattern right here. So we're gonna go ahead and have you take a damage, get an affliction, and take a threat.
Okay.
And that
Oh no, I can't use my ability cards that I haven't used yet the whole game.
the whole game we will leave it in a round.
No.
Right? That's the defense round right there. So
Yep.
that's the game. That's one
hit
full
or
round.
No. So this card was a
Okay.
melee attack, so it only hit you. This card was a rage, so it only hit this row.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and that is good to go. So we go on to the next phase. We go back to the refresh, and this is where we first start with.
Yeah. So this row doesn't get anything because there's no one up there.
Okay,
just these bottom 2 rows.
Perfect.
And then we roll dice.
Great.
Yeah, I rolled a 6, which is a
So
miss.
1's gonna come up there, and then we got a 2. So now that the stamina deck is empty, we will be taking 1 from the fatigue deck. Is that correct to put up there to 2?
Oh, I don't recall.
I do know he's a little
He
bit
is,
fatigued
yeah,
now.
he is now fatigued. Yes, draw from fatigue while refreshing.
All right. Do we shuffle the fatigue deck, or does it just always go in the same order? I feel like it always goes in the same order.
Yeah, yeah, it just says draw from fatigue, so
Oh, well,
I think it is just the topmost card.
Cool. All right. And
Cool.
check it out. His stamina is empty now. He is staggered. Means that whenever we deal damage, it's going to go to his wounds now.
Yep. And I would happily go first and get rid of that 4th rat card.
There you go. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, I hit on a 1, so I can just jump there and stab it. Go away. Never have to see that 4th rat card again. And then I have one more action.
That is the only threat.
I think I'm going to refresh or recover.
Hey, it's a crit. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
It's a crit for Mark.
Crit from Mark, not from me. But I will just get rid of this affliction.
That way you can use your things.
Yep. Okay. Who would like to go next?
I'm gonna go next because I like hiding behind people. Oh, that's a rage card if I kill that. Oh, no, I do
Well,
this.
yeah, you
I
can,
do this and I
you
turn
can
it
get one
this.
of the adjacents.
Aha! I am so smart. Yeah, when I attack, I can do the adjacent card. So I would have to go on a 3+, right? Or is it 4+? It's 3+.
Yeah.
So I have to hit on a 3+, but my 3 is a crit. So I'm really. Do I want to use my flash beam? I do like flash beam. I'm gonna use flash beam.
No, exceeds the current threat. So I've actually missed on one.
Oh. So you can get whenever you have
Yeah.
0, you can't roll a 0.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to get a 4 or higher, but a 3 is a crit, and I'm rolling 2 dice. I'm using flash beam. Yeah, that hits. I rolled an 11. I'm gonna get 5 energy back because my siren ability is if I attack adjacent area, which I am, I can gain MP to my lowest dice roll.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna gain 5 of that right back. And yeah, that's hecka dead. I did not crit though, but it doesn't matter if he's staggered.
But that is also a
3. 3 threat.
3
1,
threat.
2, 3. That was like one reason to try to crit, because crit doesn't generate threat.
Yep.
But I didn't crit. I rolled too high.
Oh, actually, aha. We take that back. I will use my strategic mastery reaction. One of your dice rolled on my crit value, so your attack crits.
No, because my crit value has to be the combination of the 2 dice, right?
Yeah. If one of the dice
Ah.
is my crit value, which is
1,
super
2,
nice.
3. Okay, well there you go.
I was like, I will happily burn 3 MP for that.
There you go. I'll give you some back later.
Okay.
You are up then.
Okay. So, I'm missing a pit.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Oops.
Okay, so I'm first going to recover.
Yep.
So, because this is going to be kind of hard to hit.
Yep.
So, I'll roll to reduce that down, and
Perfect.
Yeah.
then it will basically attack in front of me.
And that hits, and you're
Yep.
gonna get 2.
Yep.
So you get 2 threat back.
Okay.
And that's gonna go up to wounds.
Okay.
Right, and then that is it for that phase. So we'll go back to the defense phase, and we're gonna flip this, and this is only going towards John. He's taking 2 damage.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a rage attack versus Mark, and Mark is gonna be taking 4 damage. That is a virtuous crush, so keep that in mind. The 5th card now is a big hit. We don't want to have that last gas hit us there. And then that is the round for that. So at the end of the round, since he has 0 in fatigue, he's going to flip back up to a defensive mode and go up to refresh. And so he does shuffle
Yeah.
whenever he goes back to stamina.
Yeah, when it refills, it should reshuffle.
All right, and then we can all roll for a whatever it's called.
The refresh. Yeah,
1, 2, and 2. That's still only up to 8.
Spicy. Okay.
Well, I like this character. I can hide behind you and then still attack the neighbors. It's been very useful. So now I go to the action phase.
Okay. Where do we want to go? And who wants to go first?
Mark, do you want to go first this time since you went last time?
I can.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well, my MP is still... No, it's still kind of low. So I will actually move... Let's move down here. Attack there. And a hit.
Hooray. Goes to fatigue now since we're back in defensive mode. Or guarded mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
And that cost me 2 MP. Oh no, it cost me 2 this.
Yeah, you gain 2 threat.
2 threat.
2 threat.
Yeah.
Okay, done. I knew there was a 2 in there somewhere.
I'm gonna use my lightning bloom because I love to. I'm gonna roll 2 dice. I crit on a 3 or 5 if you sync this up with me.
If I have a
I'm going
3
to
MP burn, which would be.
well, I need to get a 4 or higher, but a 3 crits. That is definitely a 4 or higher. I'll gain 4 MP back because of my... No, I won't because I'm not targeting an adjacent. However, I will go ahead and deal all these.
Nice.
And I do not gain any threat for it. But then, Lightning Bloom says I must refresh it, so it actually has to go to the bottom of the deck, and I replace it with a card. So now I've got a Glacial Blade. Oh, nice. That's interesting. It's a very cheap card to block by, so...
Yeah.
And I still have 1 action left this turn. Let's see here. I could use my Rallying Prayer, or I can move, so I don't take a rage attack. You're planning on ending up somewhere, aren't you, John?
Yeah, I am also planning on moving.
Do you want to... If I move somewhere, will you move to protect me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just move up there so that you can take the hit for me.
Generally, the lower threat cards are weaker hits.
Yeah, I'll get up there. So that's fine. All right, John's turn then. 2 actions.
Okay. So first,
We were really considering, me and John were earlier, since we are decent gamers, just skipping the Guardian. And I feel like we should have, but once we get to the injured side, maybe he surprises us.
Okay. So that's that free attack. And then I think I will jump here and decline to... Is that not an option? Yeah. I will jump there and decline to do my
So we don't both take a rage?
so we don't both take a rage.
Okay. So, back to defense. He'll flip this and hit John with it. 1 damage. This goes to fatigue. And then he's going to do his 3rd rage attack, which is 4 threat. That's threat, not
Okay.
damage.
Oh.
That's still 4 threat, though, so you're going to go up to 8.
Oh.
So, quite impossible for you to hit now.
Yep. Well,
Lucky-
that I can reduce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually just do basic attacks and use that to recover because you get to recover action for missing.
Yeah.
So you could try to roll higher than 8. Dang it.
Yeah.
All right. That is the end of that phase. So we're going to go ahead and move on to refresh, where these automatically come out. And then we get to go ahead and... Does he do this right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, he's going to
automatically
be
staggered.
oh, I rolled a 6
Got
as
a
well.
5.
So a 3 and a 5. And I rolled a 6. And he's staggered, so we're going back to wounds.
Yep. All right.
Now, I'll go first so I can do this for Mark. I'm going to go ahead and use my Rallying Prayer. I get to gain 4 threat, but then all characters, including me, gets to perform a recover action. So everybody will perform a recover action.
Ooh,
You get
that's a
to...
waste.
That's not. That is a crit for you.
What? Oh.
So
Okay.
you can refresh. You can go down to 0 threat.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
nice crit. I almost crit.
That's still 2 threat or 2 MP for you.
Yeah. I want to reduce 2 threats so I can actually hit something.
Ooh. Oh, but you're going first.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm just gonna go ahead and stay still and recover again. Actually, let's see what I get.
Or oh no. 'Cause
Did you
you would need to
decide,
roll a
you
6.
decide what you did?
Yep, I get the.
What free action? I mean, cost 1. It's
Oh,
also not the best.
free action, move a character from the back to the
Yeah.
front.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm gonna do it so I can get this out of the way and get a new card. I got Charge, which is a free action where I spend an MP and move someone from the back to the front. And then I may replace it, which I'm gonna, because I feel like movement's not really restrictive in this, especially with the Lancer in play. So I'm gonna go ahead and recover again. And this time I got a 4, which is 1 higher than my crit. So I will just reduce... You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm in Flash Beam range. So next turn I can Flash Beam.
Okay.
That is my turn. You know, I haven't eaten an attack yet, so I don't mind eating an attack if you do need to move away.
Okay. Just think what I was thinking of doing.
That probably sounds magical on Twitch. Absolutely.
Okay. I think I will go next. I will use my repent action, spend 2, roll a die, and that reduces my and your threat by 4 each.
Ooh, nice. I like it.
Yep. And then for my second trick, let's go down here and clear out that 3 threat card. And I hit.
When you perform a move action, you may move to any...
So
When you complete a move...
move,
okay, we're good.
yeah, move without
Yep.
using the special jump, but I still get to attack
Yep.
when I finish.
Yep.
Yep. All right, and that is my turn.
Okay.
Mark.
Okay.
I think not gaining any threat from that action is pretty powerful. A 1 is a crit.
Oh, okay.
So that removes it.
And you don't gain threat.
Did you put that in fatigue or did you put that in wounds?
Mine went into wounds.
Yep.
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 There you go.
Then you probably want to move to
Yeah.
dodge this rage card.
I like that. All right. So this is going to hit Mark now. And Mark's going to take 1 damage.
Okay.
And that goes to fatigue, right? Since it was an
That does
attack.
go to fatigue. Yeah. He doesn't wound himself.
And then he's going to get a rage on you, which is going
Well,
to do...
4th
Ooh,
card.
okay, this has got some text on it. All characters gain 3 threat. Move each character to the back line of their area if able, which is nobody because we're on the back
Okay.
line or I'm blocking you.
Yep.
There you go.
All right. Well, it's like that card could be really bad if we're on high threat.
I feel
'cause,
like
12 is also death.
yeah. It'd be kind of neat if people if characters were distinguished as being able to attack or not attack in the back row. Like Lancer
Yeah.
would probably be either because he's got a lance, but like Ronin front row, I can only attack in the back row since I have a gun. I don't want to get too close. That is not the case though. All right. Anyways, going back to refresh, he's gonna go ahead and go back to guarded. This comes over here. We're gonna go ahead and put one down here, and then we're gonna all roll die. Wow, we dodged 2 of them this time, which kind of wanted them, so we can try to get them to.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll have an easy round this round. Go to action. Yeah. I'm gonna spend 1 mana and I'll go first again because I'm just gonna do this.
Okay.
I just want to get this out of the way and get a new one.
Yeah.
That's cooler. Wind Run, another free action where I can perform a move action for free. That could be pretty good later. That's handy. And then I'm going to Glacier. That was a free action, so I can do a recover to try to get some threat reduced. I'm dodging my 3 so much. And then I'm going to do a Glacial Blade for 1 MP, which is going to be 1 dice. If I roll a 2, I get to put this straight into wounds. Yee. That's not a 2. It's also not a hit. A 3 would have a 2 would have been my Glacial Blade. A 3 would have been a crit, and a 4 or higher would have hit. But I rolled a 1. All right, well that was me.
Okay. See, I think I kind of want to wait on cycling the rage deck any further, so I'm going to just recover and 0 out the threat and recover again and
Gain 1 MP.
gain 1 MP.
Yay! That's 1 more than you had.
Okay. Okay, so I can attempt to attack.
Yep.
Because if I miss, then it'll still do.
Yep.
Then I'm
Yep.
covered. So yes, I will attack.
A 1 or a 4 plus.
Yep.
That will hit.
Yep.
You're gonna gain
That's-
3 threat.
Oh, I'm
That was
up here.
worse.
Oh, whoops.
Yep.
That's you down there. All right. 3 threat. That is
Yes.
gain. Yep. And then it is your second action.
And now I will definitely do a recover.
We're both gonna get hit by the rage card.
4?
Then. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we could just both
Well,
take
the
a rage
4,
card.
because it'll be because the 5th. This is the 4 one, right? It's coming up.
This is the unknown 5th card.
yeah,
Oh,
the
the
unknown
5th card.
fifth
It's
card.
not the 4. Okay.
And then there's
Then it goes back to the one that has the affliction.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The weak one, but with an affliction.
and the card after that is the big hit of 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So I.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and do it then. Me and you will hit this rage card where we take 2 hits and gain a threat each. That was the first time I got hit this game. And then you're going to take a hit.
Now, could I use this repose? Because
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, you should have been doing that. You should have been doing that the whole time.
Yeah, I should be.
Oh, well. So you could perform a basic attack against him now.
But now I have nothing in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It says when your hit points are reduced from a rage card. So I guess there are ways to get rage cards whenever the thing is not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, or if
Okay.
there's
yeah.
if there's other bosses that have rage cards that hit everyone, that would apply.
Nice. I like that.
Yep.
It's really cool. All right, let's go to the defense phase. That was the defense phase. Let's go back
But
to
I mean,
refresh.
this isn't any good until we actually
Yeah.
attack him. So.
All right, refresh. Did
You might-
those 2
you might
things, and
live
let's
that
roll the
long at this
dice.
point.
I got a 5.
2 and 4.
All right, now we're out of cards.
Yes.
Does that mean that he's going to immediately lip?
No. So the first time we damage him while both of his decks are empty,
Yeah.
that's when he flips.
Okay, cool. And do we place the last card?
There is not a last card to place.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll not be placing that 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
So now in the action phase, the first time we would damage him, that card goes to wounds. He flips. all
then
of his
all the
wounds go
special
back to
stuff
stamina.
happens. All right. And he immediately goes back to guarded.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Anybody have a desire to go first? Who wants to trigger this?
Yeah, I have a plan.
Okay, let's do it.
So
do it.
I will jump, free attack. Hey, I hit. All right, so that flips him.
All right, you will take not 3 because of your special ability. All right, so the Guardian flips over and is now wounded, and he's this dude now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Let him go.
Yep.
The Guardian, you left me no choice. After a strength card is revealed during the defend phase, each character in that area gains a threat. So he's given us extra threat now. Plus, his threat level's down to 5. So during the defense phase, if we have 5 threat in any of the areas, it's going to trigger a card. On top of that, he's going to get a whole new different deck of cards. We don't know where that...
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know these
his
anymore.
range cards do anymore.
And then you still have your action
Yep.
now.
And then my second one will be to move down here
Do the same
and
thing.
get that threat. And get that one. Still hits. That goes to fatigue.
Okay. Do you want to go next, Mark?
So, can I attack him or no?
You always just attack the area. So attacking him is essentially going to be killing his attacks here, his strengths.
Well, I didn't know if you could like move up to here and
No.
attack through or something.
No, it's nothing like that.
Just wanted to use this before I have to shatter here. So.
If an enemy in this attack hits... Is that second clause
See, I
part
don't
of
know
the
if that's
first clause? So the first clause is the person needs to be staggered before damage dealt, and then it has deal 2 additional damage.
Yeah, so that's good for attacking a whole built-up stack of cards.
I mean, yes, but it's the second clause reliant on the top part. Since there's a colon here, there's a sentence with a period, and then there's...
Yeah.
So you think the deal 2 damage is only whenever the enemy is staggered?
Yes.
Okay. So don't use that until the enemy is staggered, which, you know, right now he's guarded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then sure. I will attack in front of him.
Cool.
I did get 3.
Yep. Take 2 threat. And then you still have 1 more action.
Recover.
Nice. I am going to blast this guy. I'll just use a Glacier Spike. Yeah. I'm going to gain 4 MP back because of my special Siren ability. And I will kill this and gain 4 threat. And lose track of where everything is. I know where this is. I'm pretty sure this is here. And I was here. Go up to here. No, I was on 4. No, I was not, because I just did it. We're going to go up to there. That's what it is. Done. My next move is just going to be to move down here.
Okay. All right, and then the defend phase.
Yep. So defend phase, we'll see how nasty these new rage cards are. Each character in the front line takes 3 damage.
Oof.
So you're going to get reduced to 0 for now.
Yep.
And next turn, you're going to shatter.
Yep.
That's going to go to fatigue.
Yep.
Not fatigue. That's going to go to the guardian.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty gross. I'm glad I'm in the back line.
Yep.
And then this thing is going to hit me, and just give me a threat. I definitely need to shed some threat. And then we're going to go to the next round, to the refresh phase. Yeah. Hiya. Everybody roll.
2.
4.
2 and 4 and a 6. We still have some cards in the stamina.
Okay.
So now it goes to... Do you want to like shatter and see what happens?
Sure.
So let's let him go first. So
Okay.
you got to replace your character in here too.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at that. He looks evil.
Yep.
Flip that over, and then you're going to flip this over.
Oh, okay. And none of this matters.
None of this matters at this point. Yeah. Just remove it all. Flip it over. Look at that. It's purple now.
Yep.
All right, you'll reset your hit points to your new hit points, which is only 5.
5.
Your corruption gets set to 10. Is that correct?
No, so that's his maximum.
Ah.
He starts at 0.
0 corruption.
Okay.
And if he hits 10, he immediately dies.
Okay.
And then your threat also resets at 0.
0. Yep.
Okay.
And now you have a 2 dice basic attack that deals 2 damage, and your crit is a 7. So now you have to roll test. Hey, your crit's perfect on that.
Yep.
And when you complete an attack, reduce your threat by the lowest die value during the attack. Ah, that's cool.
Yep.
All right, then you're going to discard these, right?
Yep. Discard all of those to the bottom of their decks, and you get 3 new abilities.
Cool. And how do you become good again?
I assume it's either some items that I haven't read or some shattered abilities. I assume.
Nice. That lets you. Everybody can recycle one of their cards they don't like and get a new card.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. So these cards,
you have a passive.
instead of costing MP, you pay for them by gaining the corruption.
So yeah, don't gain up to 10.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. All right.
Well, I mean, I can still take damage by hit points, though. That's seems to be the more critical thing.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And Mark still has 1 action left, I believe.
Oh.
Yep.
So I might as well just attack.
Sure. You get 2 dice now. 8 will hit for sure. So you take 3 damage, or sorry, take 3 threat,
Okay.
but then your ability says you reduce your threat by 3.
Yep. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll finish up the round.
Let's see.
I can move around and give people some MP. Probably gonna do a flash beam. If I roll a 7 on a flash beam, I miss. Otherwise, I crit. Otherwise, I hit. And maybe crit.
Seems good.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. Though, if you roll over a 7, you're
I mean, not by.
gaining
I'm gaining.
some threat.
I'm gaining threat, but I'm not in danger of reaching 12 yet.
Yeah. Though I would kind of like to swap out this card, and the effect seems good right now. So I'll go next, and respite. I reduce your threat to exactly 1,
Okay.
and I have to cycle this card. Ooh. So if you... Okay, so this is Calming Presence. If you roll a recover while you are in an adjacent space to me, you can re-roll that die once.
Nice.
Nifty. Okay.
You have to spend an MP whenever that happens.
Yeah, just 1. Which I haven't been spending a lot because...
You have cheap stuff.
I'm
I've been
spending
spending
on-
like crazy, but I also been recovering like crazy because of siren reasons.
Yep. Let's see. I think I kind of want to just sit and wait and let this
We have a-
strength card hit me.
Add 52 seconds. But what I'm going to do is we're going to wait till the end of the round.
Yep.
And then we're going to do the giveaway. If people
Okay.
people are even on.
Yep. We got some viewers.
1 viewer.
That's logged in.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah. Other action. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of punt here and roll a recover because I would rather take that 3 threat card than let him hit me with a rage.
Okay, I am going to... I have 1 now, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack over here. When you attack, you may target adjacent area. If you do, gain MP to equal to the lowest dice value rolled, or another character in your area gains 2 MP. Yeah. That is definitely maxing out my MP and killing this thing. Gain 2 threat. Gain 2 threat, then take a recover action because reasons.
Yep. Seems good.
Yep. Okay, and now we're gonna go to the defense phase. All right, welcome back, everybody. We got through that action phase, and now we're gonna be doing the defense phase, where a rage card will be drawn against Mark, and he gains 5 threat from it. Living Blade, 5 threat.
That's fine.
And then John will be taking this melee hit here, which is a 1 damage. I feel like we've seen this card a lot.
Yep.
And that'll go to fatigue. And then
It's a slim deck right
And
now.
then we're going to go back to the refresh phase. But before we start the next round, I would like to go ahead and give out these copies of Encounter Shattered Wastes. So if you want to be a part of the giveaway, just type in the word Shattered in chat. And I'll see who joins in that thing. It's the word Shattered. I don't know if there's too many viewers on, so if there's only a couple of you, that's a pretty good odds of getting it. Looks like the Drew is going to get one probably. Anybody else want to join in? All right. We're going to give that about 10 more minutes. I'll keep reminding people about typing in Shattered, and then I'm going to go ahead and see who gets it. We have 2. We have 2 copies.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to the refresh phase, where we will refresh things. Yeah. And then we all get to roll our refresh dicey here.
Okay.
1, 2, and 5. And then he's going to go ahead and stagger himself. And we can move to the action phase where we'll be doing damage to his wounds.
Tasty. Yeah, so let's why don't I just go ahead and get that 4 out of circulation.
Sure beans.
Man, the Lancer feels so good. And we'll do one of these 3s next. There we go.
The Lancer seems like it's
Yep.
a bit ridiculous, honestly.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess I'll attack
Yeah.
onto me.
Yep. That's probably fine.
Yeah. That one has wounds.
Yep. So you will gain 2,
Yes.
but then you will reduce yours by 4.
So
Net lose 2.
2. Okay.
And then you still have 1 action left. You can.
Yep.
Cool. I'm actually gonna follow Mark with my move, and then I'm going to hit this thing right here with a Glacial Blade, because I could roll. If I roll a 2, I guess it doesn't matter. I won't use a Glacial Blade. I'll just roll and attack it. Hooray, I did it. This is gonna go to wounds.
Excellent.
If there's anybody else in chat, type in the word Shattered for a chance of getting a free game. Alrighty then. I think that's it for the phase. Let's go ahead and do the thing here. So this is going to be against John.
Okay.
John, you're taking that damage. This is going to be against Mark.
Yep.
Mark is taking a damage and gaining corruption. And he's going back to the top of the round where he will be in defense mode again. What's it called again?
Is it guarded?
Guarded! Where he'll be guarded again. We'll go ahead and add this here, and then we're going to go on all roll dice. Got another 6.
2.
Keep rolling 6s on these. Go ahead, John, and if you would like to roll dice. Ooh, we got another shattered. Oh, hey, doesn't count. That was John who just said that. That silly guy. Wow, I got stacked really quick.
Yeah.
But I don't have my big one now. Ooh, I'm gonna try to glacial blade that if I roll a 2. All right, we can go to the action phase. I'm gonna go do that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. Well, that was my turn.
Okay.
I, however, am going to log on to Twitch and because I am a admin on this server. Where's my Twitch app at?
Well, do you want me to wait and see what you do against that?
Um.
Well, I can't get there anymore. Oh, well, best I can attack this.
Yeah,
but-
I'm kind of
Here
in
it
the
is.
way.
Found it.
Like
Lean
I
backwards.
think I'm going to just punch the pile enough to get it so it doesn't hit that threshold.
Okay.
It's like I haven't taken hardly any threat this whole game. Yeah, because I can't reach to punch the one in front of you, so I have to just stand here and attack these a couple times. But that's fine. So I hit that with a 6. That goes to fatigue, and I get 1 threat. And then I will basic attack that again. And a 3 hits. That goes to fatigue, and I get 3 more threat. And then your turn.
Okay. I did actually hit that.
Yep.
Yep. And then I go and then break even.
Okay.
Oh no, I actually go still up because I gain.
Yeah, you
So I gain 2.
gain 3 and then lose 2.
Okay.
So it's net +1.
Okay. Then I may as well do a recovery action.
Nice. Okay. So up here in the top row for me and Bree, I'd get 1 more damage. And then for you, get a rage card. The character with the lowest threat rolls a die, and that character gains threat equal to the roll. So that is you.
Yep. 1.
Just 1. Very.
Anybody else want to
comparatively
try to
mild.
get in on this shattered? Otherwise, I'm going to call it, and we'll only give out the 1 copy. And that's fine. One of us will get a copy. I actually do really like this game. I kind of want it. me and John can fight over it.
Yep.
All right, whoever does the
All
killing
right.
blow on this guy right now. All right. Did we just clean up the board? Are we all taking
Yep.
rages on this?
So he just finished his defend phase. I ran it while you
Okay,
were.
okay, cool. So defense phase, we're
on
going
the chat.
back to refresh. Cool.
Yep.
Boom, and we can all roll dice. If we all get 6s, he's still going to be good.
A 3.
4.
3s and 4s, so 3, 4, 4. And he is now staggered.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So I think I'm going to go first because I can reduce both of our threat. So I will do a repair. And reduces both by 5.
Okay, I have 0 threat again.
Excellent. You love to see it. All right. And then let's go and hit this one just so we don't get the area attack. Okay. And that is my turn.
No attack. Ooh. Well, I did hit.
You did hit with Snake Eyes. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Then I may as well do a recover. Oh, it's only a 2. But yeah. Okay.
My turn. Well, I'm gonna go here because I like hiding behind people and shooting the next row. It is super nice. And then I'm just gonna do a regular. I'll do a glacier. Oh, he's staggered. Might as well just do a regular. Yeah, look, I crit finally.
Are you attacking the one in our row or the adjacent row?
Oh, adjacent row.
Okay.
You can recover 2 MP. Yay! I did it. I did a thing.
Okay. All right. So
back
he
up
is,
to
he
defense.
is on his last legs.
You are going here, getting a hit.
That card again.
Yes. That's gonna go here now, and then you're gonna get a bigger hit.
That's fine.
Reduce MP to 0, which you don't have MP.
Yep.
2 corruption.
Totally fine.
Yep.
Totally fine. I'm gonna shatter voluntarily next turn,
Just to do it.
just to do it. All right, yeah, he's only got 3 left, so he's gonna do this, and he's probably just gonna stagger himself immediately again.
Yep. I said 2.
4.
2. I mean, are we supposed to go in an order? Like,
Probably from the top.
I mean, I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be we take turns.
Oh, okay.
So let's just
Yeah.
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. Goes to 4.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Activity.
Okay. So it looks like from the rulebook, to finish him off, we do need to get every single card into wounds. Which we can totally do. Yeah. Especially with Mark being able to do 2 damage and me being jumpy as all get out.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yep.
So what we gotta do now?
We need to get all 4 of those cards into wounds, and then he will last gasp us.
So the first round to get him wounded, we only have to hit him once after he's out.
Yeah. Hit
Now
him
we have
once with empty decks to flip him, and then
Yep.
the second time we have to get
Neat.
all
neat.
the way gone.
All the way gone. Let's do it. Let's finish him out.
Yeah. So
Oh, this is where he might actually get some good rage attacks on us if we don't clear
this
it out
gets
fast enough.
us halfway there. Do that. Gone. And the big jump. Also gone.
Okay. Okay.
And then he's just got the 2 cards left.
Let's go ahead and might as well flash beam for fun. Or I can shatter and then flash beam.
Oh, also I died.
There's
Because I had double attacked.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna shatter on
Well,
purpose.
didn't
then.
you shatter?
No, he didn't. He decided to double attack instead.
I decided to double attack at 0 HP.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's great.
Instead of using one of my actions to
Shatter.
This
shatter.
This is gone, and then I'm going to
So what? You're out of the game?
attack again.
Yep, I'm just dead.
Oh, okay.
I will take 4 threat total. And yeah.
Yeah. And
now
then
he's
Mark can double recover.
last gasp. Does he last gasp at defense step?
And then he last gasps as his defense.
All right. Yep. So you can double recover. Do what you need to do. Okay. We'll just do this and see what happens. Yeah. Uh-oh. Gain threat until it reaches 11. Oh wow.
Yep.
That's everybody. So we gain 11.
Everyone goes to 11 threat.
Which
but
would
that
have
was his
killed you.
last gasp.
Which would have killed you. If,
Why?
I mean, like, sorry, if it was 12, it would have killed you because if you reach 12 threat while shattered, you lose.
Oh, okay.
But you're good.
Okay.
Well, there we go. We beat him.
Oh.
We did it.
So you don't get to actually like go up there and physically just. It's just the
No.
whole. Yes.
Nope.
He is represented in the cards.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that is how we play that full game, and it is 4:45. That was about an hour and 15 after the teach.
Yeah.
With the teach. Sorry, with the
Yeah.
teach. So like I
Which
bet
I
you that
think
was
it
about
is listed on the box.
60 to
60,
90.
90. I bet you we could
Being
get
about
get that done in an hour. Also, like maybe the harder guys will have bigger. Like
Yeah.
that guy has a 1-1. This guy has a 4-1. So he's gonna start with
Shattered side.
twice as many cards. Sorry, almost 2.5 more times cards. Oh man,
Yeah.
this guy has 5 and 5.
Yep.
Oof.
I think
He also
has-
recovers 3 each round. Like that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's fun.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, then the backsides actually do stuff. I don't know what the 8 means on him.
Yeah, so this is the special one I was telling you about earlier,
Yeah.
where his deck is just everyone else's, all of their rage cards.
Oh, so whenever he
Yeah. So you get rid of his entire current deck and replace it with 8 rage cards per player.
Ooh.
of random
Just
things.
random,
any
random
like-
everyone else's
Yeah,
rage
but
cards.
how do you get threat then at that point?
Hmm?
How do you get threat at that point?
I think the passive specifies that
Oh, okay.
rage cards have 3
Remove
threat.
all that from the wounds and areas. Shuffle all rage cards from other enemies not in play. Create a new. These cards are considered with threat of 3.
Yeah.
Everything is 3. Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we did it. We killed the guy.
He's a spicy guy.
Yeah. There's some really cool guys in here too.
Yep.
I do like the artwork quite a bit. I really like this game. It's really
Yeah.
cute. It's also man, it feels like the game flow feels really good.
Yep.
Like there's not too much downtime between turns, and like the boss is really easy to like run. You just flip over his attack cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. I like this bat a lot. And then his wounded side is he doesn't fly anymore, but he's very angry.
Yeah.
It's a very angry bat. So yeah. I very much enjoyed this game. I hope everybody else did too. We do have another Shattered over there that I'll figure out what to do with that. That's gonna be fun. And yeah.
Okay.
Anything else to add, anybody? We could go through a whole nother round if we wanted to. Do a different guy. I think I'm okay with calling it for today.
Yeah. We had a good time.
We did. It was good. Definitely.
It's been a long day.
It has been. Has been. I'm definitely. It's already been a year for a lot of us here.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are you looking at?
Oh, the Shadow
backside.
Lancer can
I
only
know.
afford to go up to 5 corruption.
Oh.
Oh wow. Mine's 10.
And I only get 1 card.
I get to pull 3. When you use a corrupted ability, gain a corruption, then gain a hit point, or deal a damage to any area. Okay. I gain corruption really fast though if I'm using my corrupted ability. Yeah, I have a crit of 7 as well. Do you have 2 dice and a crit of 7?
I think all of the corrupted,
Yeah, that makes
I think
sense.
all of the shattered sides are.
Become a little more dangerous, but then
Yeah.
risky.
This guy still, the seer still only rolls 1 dice. That's the only one who doesn't have a 2 dice and a crit of 7.
Hmm.
The monk has 3 damage on his basic attack though. Neato. All right, well, let's go ahead and call it there then. Thanks for joining us, Drew. We will be on next week on Wednesday instead of Thursday because of some scheduling issues there. So next Tuesday we'll be streaming Luricana, and then next Wednesday we'll be streaming a brand new game from Space Cowboys that is actually set to release in 2026. And I keep forgetting the name of it. Dewin?
I think it is Dewan.
Dewan. Yes, it's not set to release till 2026, but they were nice enough to give us a early edition, an early copy of it. So we're gonna go ahead and stream that next week. Meanwhile, you could pick up Encounters Shattered Waste on our website, and yeah, thanks for coming. Take care, everybody.